Scratch.
What was that?
I'm not gonna say the lake.
Oh, come on.
introduction.
Come on, give me the spritzer.
So if you're standing at the lake,
No, not the lake. That's not what I wanted.
if you're standing at the lake Titicaca, which side would you jump in? Would you jump in the titty or the caca part? Rory.
Yeah, I'm sticking with the titty part.
Nobody wants. Okay, Bales.
Titty.
Doc.
I told you. I also say titty, but I am caca curious.
Nobody ever wants to. At least the caca side they don't have any of the bars along the edge of the lake. They don't have none of the attractions, the volleyball.
It's like the Bayside of the ocean. It's like, oh man, look at this nice house. It's
What about you,
Bayside.
Eloy?
Oh, I'm headlong into the titty side, dude. Are you kidding me? So now that our business is out of the way, because that was actually the most important. We actually came over here to solve that issue. What's been going on with you guys? And don't all jump in at once crazy like.
Rory's the one that's been firing off all the premiere videos twice a week.
Hey, man, it's a lot of damn work.
It looks like it.
I got to get tonight's video ready for tomorrow. Like my computer died. I got a new one.
What'd you get? Something good or just...
I had a friend do a custom build.
Ooh. Like water-cooled LEDs.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They got 3-4 terabyte static drives, a ton of RAM. It's a monster.
How much RAM?
Forge
Enough.
case.
How much? I want to know. I have 32.
You have 30. I have 32 too.
Damn it. But you have 12 terabytes of space storage? Space?
Yeah.
Christ. And a monster, probably beefed up video card too?
Yeah. Well, that he backed down. I don't game anymore. So
Well, yeah, but you still render video.
yeah. We didn't go all out on the video card. Maybe
How many USB ports? One?
Yeah, that was my only complaint with this. I had two on the front, and I got, I think, 4 in the back. I had to buy a hub.
You had 6 ports and you still bought a hub?
Yeah.
Damn, what else are you plugging into that thing?
Well, I got my keyboard, you
Yeah.
got my mic, you got
Yeah.
my tablet, you got my microphone, you got my printer, you got my scanner.
You don't have an all-in-one printer scanner?
Not yet.
Bluetooth keyboard and mouse? Man, you're behind the times.
I am. I'm so old school. I still got like a telephone mounted to the wall in the kitchen.
With the rotary dial? Not even pulse tone?
No, that one broke.
Man, sounds pretty cool. How big's your monitor?
I bought a new monitor. Got a 27-inch.
Ooh. One or dually?
I got a dually.
You have dual 27s?
Yeah.
God damn.
That was the other thing, is my old system, I had 4 monitors, but 2 of them were really old ports that they don't make anymore. So I had to retire those guys.
Ports they don't make anymore. VGA? DVI?
DVI.
Damn.
So like a forged case.
That would be cool, right?
Forged power button.
That
You gotta-
that actually might make a great video.
Turn on a torch and it turns on.
If
Smack
you made
it, smack it with a hammer, and then it comes on.
Plugging stuff in with tongs and pulling them out with tongs.
you could make a case, forge a case for a computer and make it evil.
I was thinking about doing a stand because it sits on the floor right now, and I kind of don't like that.
Actually, you could make a set of tongs specifically for pulling USBs out of the thing. They would slide in between there.
Right?
You know,
So
like
Rory's computer casing tower would be a forged Savage thing. What would Doc's computer be?
it would be a milk crate with computer parts just kind of thrown in there, and it would work kind of janky like the lightsabers in the newer movies where there's like sparks and shit coming off. It would work.
How about Bales? What would Bales' computer tower be wrapped in?
A drum shell?
Oh, hey, that
A
is
quick
another
creep
good
one.
Hell yeah!
You know what, Eloy? Do you know what yours would be?
I have no freaking idea, dude.
It would
bowl of chowder.
It'd be a giant milk jug with all the computer parts in it.
Oh, great! So it wouldn't even turn on if you turn it on. It just goes, and little bubbles start to float to the top. That's horrible.
It's gonna be the next trend.
And incidentally, milk jug is not. Mine would be chowder, which is two different things.
By the way, I'm bleeping out like a swear word, that word from now on. When
Which one?
When anyone references the MJ.
Michael Jackson?
That too.
What's MJ? Oh, milk. Okay.
How about
All right.
jug de leche?
El juego de leche.
Yeah, we could do that. We could self-censor.
Yeah. Well, we always self-censor. No one else polices us.
Well, could we say MJ?
That sounds dirty.
Sounds
Now I'm
dirty.
thinking about it.
There I was holding my MJ.
No,
After a BJ?
you got to pay extra for it, MJ.
Mm-hmm.
I let Eloy borrow my MJ every other
No.
day.
No. I'll guess what? I'll stamp that and redeliver it back to its origin.
Hey, Rory, you mentioned before that you have a pet bird,
Yes, I
And
have
you-
Miss Cleo.
Miss Cleo. The cards don't lie.
That's
Right.
exactly who I named her after when she was the on
Right.
television all the time.
Right? The Sickers Friends Network.
Yeah.
Hilarious. It's wonderful.
Call me now.
All right. So the reason I ask is because this morning I ran service calls today. So my third service call on the schedule was for it was a parrot supply store, parrot supply store. My boss looked at me, kind of gave me a funny look. I was like, "No, I'm ready to go." Like, I'm one of those people that, like, when it comes to like that kind of work, it can't get weird enough. Like, send me into the weird places. I want to see. Let's see some crazy stuff. I want to see some shit.
Yeah.
So I go in the front room is like the consultation area because I guess this woman sells birds as well, and like a little sales area. And then I go in the back where there's like her inventory. I don't know, or these were like mature birds. So some of them seems like they might be pets or like rescues even.
Sure.
Like these birds were all loved, but
When you say a back area of mature birds, I start thinking of an aviation strip club.
no. Nice.
That's just the most reasonable connection.
Of course, that's exactly what I was talking about.
Do they have those?
I'm trying to think of what I was talking about now.
They had older birds in a back area.
Oh,
mature
okay,
birds.
yeah. So, guys there, he's telling me what they wanted a timer, whatever. There's like 20 birds back there, and they're big, colorful,
Any blue and yellow ones?
blue and yellow and red and grays. And just,
I think they're called Hithians. They're blue birds with yellow around their eyes.
yeah. I really didn't get too close to any of them, but they're back there, and they're just talking up a storm. Every one of them, like I said, these guys. It made me think they were rescues or whatever, or she was fostering some of them because each one of them had like their own little personality.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'll tell you what, it was the most distracting work I'd ever done in my entire life because every time I turn around, one of them would say hello in a person's voice, and I'd be like, "What?" And it was a different voice every time.
Right?
And there was like 3 of them or 4 of them that were very, very vocal, and one talked like a DJ. Like Soul Brother DJ, like, hey, like, and that's how he kept coming across every time he turned around. All right, he had a couple. He kept doing that. One of them talked like an old lady on the phone in the other room. So, the whole time, all I heard was, and it was what? And then another one had a woman's voice, and it was Midwestern, I believe, or that's how she spoke. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. And the other one screamed bloody murder. It sounded like an air horn, air raid drill.
I think that's my fault.
Yeah, it would wait until I was like turned around and doing something, and then it would just freak out. I actually went out to the van and got my ear goggles because I couldn't handle it anymore.
Yeah.
It was actually like unnerving. It was getting to my nerves.
That sounds like a fun little adventure. You should. Do you? I mean, I see you take. Did you take pictures? Because
I did not. I felt bad because they were creatures of the earth, and I hated them right then and there. So I try not to take video or pictures when I'm feeling hatred because I don't want that to come across. I don't want to project my bullshit on those birds that are just trying to do bird shit.
I have a bird story that's this kind of reminded me. When I used to work in the Everglades, there was a guy that worked there, and I used to work for him every now and then. He owned his own little sort of sanctuary out towards
Yeah, you mentioned this guy before. He had like his own personal zoo.
he had like his own personal zoo. And what he did was he would take these animals and go to schools and do parties as well, and or adult events. We did shows in Star Island. I met Gloria Stefan. Kennedy's were there, and I'm holding this lemur, on my shoulder, and you just stand there and explain to them about the creatures that we have, and then you pack all the creatures back in the van and you drive home, and that's the story. But so he had this pet. It wasn't a macaw. It was a cockatoo. The big one's the cockatoo, right? Because the cockatiels are the small ones. This
Cockatiel is tiny.
Yeah, it's the cockatoo, and it was pinkish and white, and he called it Peaches. And they live a very long time. I don't recall right now how long they live, but he always would take her with him to the shows at the park in the Everglades, and he'd do his shows, and he'd put her up on a perch, and she'd sit there all day, rain or shine. They were inseparable, and she'd fly freely. Like she could fly freely, she'd always come back to him. Sometimes if she was being stubborn throughout a season, he'd clip her wings and whatnot. But they were inseparable, and so, but she didn't. She had an attitude problem with certain people. There was a guy that was kind of nasty to her, a worker there, and so she could fly freely. And one day he's walking through the field, and she spots him. She's on the perch, and she frickin' flies out towards him, and he's walking randomly, and she comes up from behind and frickin' nails him in the head, dropping his hat. And they, when I mean nail, it's like a dive bomber. Well, bam! And then she goes up to the tree, and she stops, and she starts laughing at him, with that little frickin' parrot laugh. And she did that a few times to this guy. And this guy was like really rough around the edges, sort of a person, very much so. And so one day he planned his revenge, and he never told the owner of Peaches, but he told me the story off to the side. I was revolted, but he said I waited, acting like I was walking through the field, not knowing she was there. And when she came up, she went to nail me, and I grabbed her by the frickin' legs and slammed her into the ground. And she got up and flew. She never messed with him again. And he was cracking up this and that. And I was like, "You're such an ass." But I guess the lesson worked, because she never messed with him again. But Peaches was with that guy for a very, very long time, years and years and years. And I remember when she started getting old, and she was sickly, and it was time to go. He was all sorts of distraught with her. And then he got a new one that he started training. But these birds would actually go up to people, take their dollar tips, and walk right up to the bowl and drop it in the bowl, along with other little tricks.
How long did it take to teach the birds to turn the tricks?
I asked him that, and he said it takes a long time. It's little by little, and he used food as reinforcement, seeds and all that.
So but do you think we could train your behavior with chowder?
I had chowder today.
I know it was a chowder day. I saw.
Dude,
we could rattle the MJ.
Isn't it funny that like I see that on the internet and it makes me happy to know that you had chowder? I was like, oh, Eloy got some chowder. It's gonna be all right today. He's gonna be okay. Honestly, I get a little half smile to be like, oh, all right, Chowder Day.
It is so satisfying, but I will be honest with you. I buy the big jug one. I hate to even describe it in that fashion on this freaking podcast. At this point, it's like you got to be careful. But I buy the big. There's two sizes: the small one and then the large tub. And I buy the tub, dude. And the thing is,
What's the tub? A quart?
Geez, I don't know, man. It's big. It's like this big.
Okay, so it's definitely not like a pint of ice cream.
No,
it's like a quart of ice cream.
Yeah, and I should divide it into 2 sessions.
At least.
But I went to town on, dude, it's piping hot potatoes and everything.
No way, dude. Like I told you before, you eat half of it and you're a pig. Eat the whole thing, you're the winner.
Well, I definitely frickin' won.
That's right.
And I'm still digesting it here as we speak.
Yeah. Chowder Day.
Yeah, but don't underestimate the satisfaction. And by the way, who was the dude that said that he purchased the chowder? I think it was Ben.
Oh,
Showers.
Ben Sowers. That's my boy Ben Sowers. Big Ben
Sowers.
Yeah.
So Ben, he bought, but it's a little square dish.
It was a thimble of chowder, but we're not going to hold that against him.
No, but when I saw it, I said, "Dude, I hope you bought like 10 of those. Bring me 10."
It was a chowder flight. He was getting that was the one of the chowders, and then they had another one.
How many little clams can fit in there, dude?
Tiny ones, the little necks.
Yeah.
Ben's a Pennsylvania guy. I've actually hung out in real life with Ben a couple times.
Dude, but it looks delicious. And the square little dish, oh my goodness. I'm sure that the deliciousness in that. But see, you're not supposed to be gluttonous with chowder, and yet I am.
Oh, yeah. You're probably not supposed to eat cream-based soups like that. Oh, hello. We have a visitor. This is like those episodes of Carson where we'd have the animal guy on. We have animals on now.
Oh, that's a beautiful one.
This is some next level shit.
Well, she was totally watching you guys.
Good evening, Miss Cleo.
You bob your head?
Can you say hello? Hi.
See if I can trick her. She usually knows what the phone is.
Rory's holding
Say hello.
A bird, and she's gray. Her tail feathers, there's some orangey red going on.
Hello.
Oh,
no? Not going to say it? I don't think it's going to work.
This is great. Maybe she could eat the guest host like they do when they're on TV. Climb on someone's head for good TV. Yeah. That's just great. Well, thanks for sharing.
No problem. So she's 18 years old and still going strong.
Yeah, nice. What'd she eat?
Everything. Elk, oatmeal, you name it.
Does she hunt the elk like a falcon?
Yeah. I toss her in the air and she lets me know where they are. And
yeah.
We got a system.
Yeah, she's beautiful. How long have you had her?
For 18 years.
Oh, so you've had her from the beginning.
Yeah. And talk about like long-term memory, like recognizing people. The first girl I moved out with was this 100-pound brunette thing and was actually pretty awful to the parrot, to Cleo, right when I got her. And after that relationship failed, I got my own place, had the bird. But if anybody was similar shape and hair color to that
monster,
yeah, that Cleo had nothing to do with them. It was like they weren't even there. She'd totally ignore them.
Oh yeah, she's not that dumb. She says, we got another one on our hands."
Yeah.
Oh, yep. That's amazing.
Well, I boarded her one time at a place that Doc was explaining was real similar. It was just packed of birds, and they had one room with her types called an African gray. So you had all these other African grays in this room, and it was like Star Wars inside there. They were making all of the ship noises, RDD2. Oh my gosh. So Cleo, I don't know, other than the telephone and like the sensor beep, she got stuck on that. So like Doc was talking about hearing the personalities through the birds. There was when I was just living with the parrot, she could hear the dogs barking across the street, but from her perspective, they were muffled. So when she would do the dog barking, it'd be just.
That's so cool. It's so awesome, dude.
Yeah, like I said, the one sounded like a lady on the phone in the other room. And I forgot there was another one that was doing the car alarm.
Yeah.
It was just repeat just right through the car alarm, and it was like the four separate.
But it's all from the perspective of where she hears the sound at her current location. That's great. That's awesome, dude.
Rory must have run out of glasses.
I'm liking the mason jar part.
That's what I drink out of.
You should say it. It's right there. I can hear it. Say hello. Hello.
Hello. I'm the one that said it. I'm being trained as we speak.
Give him some seeds.
As long as you speak like that, say hello. I'll go hello.
All right, she's getting too excited. I'm going to go put her back.
Excited.
Well, everybody, clap your hands for the bird that we just what was her name?
Gentlemen, Miss Cleo.
Miss Cleo.
The first bird in scratched history.
You know,
it's like a variety show now. We're gonna have a guy spinning plates when we come back from break.
we have it. Weren't we supposed to have frickin' Granger here, Paul?
That's next week.
Oh, okay.
Cousin Paul is next week's guest.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I was
It
like,
almost seems like we did that on purpose, Eloy, as a tease. That was good. Why don't we do that next time?
which part?
Just where you were like, hey, wait, what's in this? It was organic. I might cut this part out where we're talking about it.
All right. Well, that'll work. Heck yeah. Don't all jump in just, that quick.
Hold on, I'm talking to Gib right now.
Gib can wait.
No, you can't.
So we're doing a podcast, and you're putting the podcast on hold to speak with Gib.
Something like that. On hold? What was I supposed to be doing? I was just talking the smack.
Well, I do have something I want to share with the podcast with you guys.
Give the couch.
Roll the couch in. So there's a new movie coming out that I wanted to share with you guys because I think it's just an awesome, at least the concept of it.
Captain Marvel.
Oh, you're on ruin the surprise mode? No, I didn't know Captain Marvel is coming out.
Am I right?
No, I didn't know. Is it coming out?
I think March.
Oh, okay.
Wreck-It Ralph 2.
What?
Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Wreck-It Ralph 1 gets a lot of play in the Hildabrant household, FYI.
Here as well.
Yeah,
maybe he's talking about the Hellboy reboot.
No.
Damn it.
No, but I have to tell the story of it's like, what do you call it? It's
Eloy does Sweetwater.
That's horrible. I would save you guys the headache and not give you free tickets to see that. So just to save you from the horror and grunting. So here's the thing. There's a movie coming out, and it's about if you know it, you know it, but it's about the Beatles. Now, it's going to trip you out, I hope. Check this out. This is sort of like the timeline. A British guy. He's a British guy, an Arabic British guy, of Arabic origin, and in present time. And he's aspiring musician, and he actually has gigs, and he goes and plays and this and that. But he's frickin' failing. And his last gig, he's like, screw this, I'm done with this crap. And he goes ahead and plays his last gig like at a kid's party, and like there's like two kids sitting there and stuff, and he's like just a total loser. And he walks away, gets on his motorcycle, and is going to drive home, and some sort of massive flash of light occurs. He falls off his motorcycle, and he wakes up, and whoa, what a crappy evening. And then he goes to join his friends in the park and hang out, and he busts out his guitar like everybody else, with a guitar does, and hangs out with their friends. He starts playing the guitar, and he plays Yesterday, all my and he's playing, and his friends are looking at him, and the jaws drop, and he's looking up, and they're like, did you just write that, they say? And he says, no, that's Paul McCartney. And they're like, who? And he starts seeing these strange things happen. It happens to be that he jumped into an alternate universe where nobody knows the Beatles' catalog of music, and he proceeds to actually re-record all the Beatles stuff that he learned to play, and he becomes a world-famous writer in this alternate universe. And it's just freaking fantastic. He's doing a show, late-night show, and the late night show host says, you're the greatest writer, music writer in the world, bar none. And he's like, oh, shucks, don't. And he says, could you write something for us right now? And he says, something? And he writes something, the song Something for them. Something in the way she... And people are just stunned. And it just keeps escalating and escalating with the awesomeness. I saw that clip the other night, and I was blown away. I just love the concept of alternate universe.
Have you seen Hot Tub Time Machine?
I love that movie.
That movie's gonna have a sequel, Eloy, where they're like playing Wings tunes.
Oh, dude, that would be great. I love Hot Tub Time Machine as well. There's one with a similar sort of alternate Groundhog Day / timeline on Netflix called. Have you seen it?
Russian Doll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's not bad. It's okay.
Did you finish it?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
Okay.
Did you?
There's a point where it got real dark.
Yeah. Yeah. But I kind of dig that sort of alternate, certain things are missing.
It's a smart movie. Those kind of ones are a smart one. It's not like a hack and slash one, or
which I like too.
Story.
I like the hack and slash for the putting people that are completely oblivious to impending danger in a situation of total carnage. I like, how are you going to survive? What cupboard or under what bed are you going to hide that you're going to avoid this guy with the mask slashing everything? I like those as well. I totally do. I totally do.
So Bales.
Mm-hmm.
Egypt.
No updates.
No updates.
Nope.
5 bombs explode.
Are you like ducking that now, or are you like, is Cairo news first of the day, or do you check that daily, like on the daily, or are you just trying not to?
No, I'm not worried.
I know you're not worried, but I'd still be very interested in making sure that it wasn't bombed off the map or anything like that.
At least sign up to a newsletter.
Like what?
I don't know. I'm sure Cairo has a Facebook page.
Cairo buy sell trade.
Craigslist Cairo.
Cairo, post your shit here.
Holy smokes! Is there?
Camel looking for camel.
I'm going to type that in. If there's a Craigslist for Cairo,
trying to trade a 2-hub for a 1.
If there's a Craigslist Cairo, you'll see a lot of bomb mechanisms up for.
Oh, jeez.
$10 for 10 bags of springs.
No, I haven't been thinking about it. I was busy making sure I had all my bathroom fixtures, and then I had the plumber over today, and he's like, okay, you got all your fixtures, good to go. Just, you got to tell me where you want this bathtub.
Time to check your pipes.
I'll be here on Monday at 7 a.m. to start work. And I'm like, holy shit.
Dang.
So now tomorrow I have to mock up the bathroom to tell him exactly where I want the tub to sit, so he can know exactly where to put the drain and the supply line, since it's a clawfoot and there's no room for flexibility. Nor is there flexibility with the pedestal sink. So I'll be bumping everything I had planned for tomorrow to work on the bathroom.
Well, cool. At least you got the plumber there, right?
Yeah. And then what else did I do? Oh, today, my buddy that runs the drum company is like, hey, I'm going to Zildjian today. You want to go? I'm like, sure.
Absolutely, yes.
So we took the animal drum kit that he'd made a couple years ago down to Zildjian and set it up in the headquarters in the showroom right next to the Beatles kit.
He's got Beatles kit?
How do you like that, Eloy?
He's got a Beatles kit?
No, Zildjian does.
Oh.
In the Zildjian headquarters, they have a Beatles kit.
Oh. Well, talk about that.
And now there's an animal kit right next to it.
Like from the Muppets?
Yeah.
25-year-old Egyptian male virgin from Craigslist.
The Electric Mayhem Band.
Get it, Eloy.
That's check it out. That's on the first page. You just type in Craigslist Egypt, and that's on the first. Dude, I would. Have you ever thought of going back to
I hope your computer explodes for that. Your screen's gonna catch fire, sir.
25-year-old Egyptian male virgin from Craigslist. I became an alcoholic and frequently started sleeping with random strangers.
Then he's not a virgin.
I blacked out. I don't know. I think this is the guy that did the purchase. I blacked out so much I could barely piece things together. And that's what it says there. Oh, shoot, man. Bales, are you sure it's Egypt you want to go to? No, dude. Try freaking... Dude, you know what, dude? Freaking hit Disney World and go to Epcot Center, dude.
I've already been there.
Damn. Well,
Epcot. Beers from around the world.
I like Epcot.
Never been.
It's fun. I like Epcot. You walk around and within a few steps you're in another country. You get bang for your buck. Doesn't matter that everybody is speaking the same language all around, but you've got pyramids, Aztec pyramids. That's what you should do, dude. Look, Mexico is a little bit less dangerous. They want to survive. You could see the pyramids, and you could spend some time on the beach with little umbrella drinks.
I've done it. It's highly recommended.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, I've done a Mayan ruin, and I'll tell you what, it was ungodly hot, and I do pretty well with the heat. And I had my dark skin on, you know what I mean. I had my base tan going, and it was. I had also had quite a bit to drink the night before.
Well, I mean, you're closer to the equator at that point.
Yeah.
Why is Rory looking at virgin feet?
Why not?
50 pounds, as in British pounds, as in the currency.
That's just for the photos or videos upon request.
Is that what it says?
Photos of my little feet for sale.
Dude, that is.
I mean, I could sell photos of my feet. Man,
you saw that.
If you're lucky, you could. I mean,
I'm missing out on a hot market here. I could be rolling in the bucks.
Did you see that big ass freaking goose boat? Rory I don't know what.
Yeah, but you can't go through the Everglades in that thing.
was it a duck boat?
It's like a goose boat or duck boat, swan boat.
It's a pedal boat.
Oh,
Dude, it's sad that you can't take pictures when you're in Egypt, but if you can find a boat like that sitting on the Nile.
There's just going to be a goose boat sitting on the Nile?
You never know, dude. They have a Dunkin' Donuts, that's for sure.
I don't think they do.
They do. Cairo has a Dunkin' Donuts.
I'm gonna look that up right now.
What do you think this is? A third world country?
I haven't looked into it. I'm just going for the pyramids and the ancient stuff.
Dude, you should get steeped.
I don't care about the modern stuff.
Oh, yes, you do. When you freaking you think you don't, but when you spend time in the not modern stuff, you want a freaking iced mocha cappuccino with sprinkles on top. And I'm sorry, if you were to take all those Egyptians from back in the day and you put one Dunkin' Donuts like at the edge of town, that place would be freaking hopping at night.
It's one big line for the dunks.
Yeah, well, you live up in Dunkin' Donuts region.
I have one right down at the bottom of the street.
I have one pretty close to me too.
I don't. Oh, I do actually. Mine's like 2 blocks over, so it's a little bit further away.
We have Home Depots with a Dunkin' Donuts inside.
Oh, that's convenient. Oh, yeah. On my plywood and a tall dark roast with a turbo. Thanks.
I'm not gonna lie. Right now, I could use some Dunkin' Donuts. Right now. I could do some Dunkin' Donuts. And in fact, there's a big chance that after this podcast,
we're gonna get some donkeys.
Yeah, because there's something about donuts that is just fulfilling.
Dunkin' Donuts give me the heartburn.
What do you mean?
They give me heartburn.
Oh, the way you said that sounded freaking like
Heartburn.
Yeah, you sounded like from further up north,
Yeah.
Massachusetts or something.
Yeah, one of my friends used to say, "Give me freaking heartburn." I don't know, caught on.
Why doesn't Bales talk like that? He's been there long
He's from
enough.
Iowa, and I'm sure he goes out of his way to not take on the regional dialect.
To not talk like a masshole.
Yeah,
Is that what they call him?
A wicked hat, dude.
yeah.
That is so annoying.
Come on, kid.
Yeah, chief.
Is there any noticeable freaking sort of, I guess, what is it? Not dialect, but what do you call it? Like accent to like Colorado? It sounds like neutral. Or is there something in that region that has some sort of, sort of like shift to it?
I've been told that I will have a twang in my voice at times.
You just said with no twang right there.
A twang or a wang?
You get a twang when you see my wang.
So a little bit of a twang, like a cowboy twang.
I guess I don't know. One guy was laughing. I was at Jimmy's doing the class and was doing a demo, and one guy started laughing, and I was like, "Is everything okay?" He's like, "Oh no, you just have an accent. You have a little twang." Like, oh, okay.
Well, excuse me for living in another part of the country. Get back to work.
I would have kicked him out.
Masshole.
I would have been like, "You're out, bud."
So a little bit of a twang.
Did you get that, or was my accent too thick?
In 10 days,
and then I'd laugh and go back to work and be like, I'm just screwing with you.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm jerk. Not only am I hard to understand, but I'm also kind of an asshole.
I like the masshole thing that
Never heard that before?
No, because I'm not from that part of the.
Yeah, you've never driven up that way. That's why you've never heard that.
No.
Some of the most aggressive drivers I've ever been around in my life. Just hell bent for leather, man.
Really?
How about it, Bales?
It can get pretty brutal. Yeah,
it's pretty brutal. Triple lane changes and no turn signals, and just people are all over the place.
Damn. Miami's bad, but I could not. You wouldn't think that this would be a nightmare, and it kind of is, but not to the extreme. Like, for the most part, people kind of sort of, for the most part, stay in their lane and this and that. There are a lot of asshole activities that occur, but as a whole, it's not like that. It's weird because you'd expect this place to be hell on earth, which it is in other aspects. How about Colorado? Are people jerk drivers over there, or are they?
Yeah, they're jerk drivers.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Huh. And yet, no robberies or murders to speak of.
Well, you're talking about Morrison. I'm talking about interstates and downtown Denver and.
Oh, okay.
Where there is traffic.
Huh.
I thought it was just congested traffic in Colorado.
That too.
See, right now, where it got quiet, that's when that bird would have screamed bloody murder. One time I literally dropped my screwdriver. Like I was just about to do something. Wow!
We did an install in a house and they had two macaws. And I was talking to one and
you just muted yourself.
Test, yeah?
Yeah. I was talking to one.
I was talking to one and started to sing opera.
Ooh. German or French?
I don't know. It was just this belting. Oh! Holy crap.
So what's the story with the... you said you liked masks. I'm looking at them now, and they are distracting because there's so many of them in different styles. What's the story? Because you collect them because you like them? I think you mentioned it before.
Yeah. When I found myself in an interesting place, if it was out of country or out of state, and found there's typically masks a lot for sale wherever you are. And kind of purchase them as I find them and enjoy them. Some of them are gifts. My parents had done some trips, and they did a Greece trip and brought back one from Greece.
Oh, cool. Have you ever been to like the where Bales is going, sort of African country?
No, I'd done the London trip, done Italy, but no, I haven't gone to the southerns.
The Southerns?
The southerns, the south parts.
The Southerns. So Bales.
He wants a southern mask. I'm going to give him like a bucket head. KFC bucket and a white mask.
I'm afraid that,
and then he can hang that on his wall.
Yeah,
right next to the Iron Man.
I'm afraid that Bales is going to come back with like a shrunken head on his head, like frickin' Beetlejuice is what I'm afraid of. Sitting at the train station, that little head on your shoulders.
They weren't in a train station.
Well, whatever, dude.
That was purgatory, wasn't it?
The waiting room to get in.
Yeah.
Wasn't the guy all burned up? Is like, want a cigarette?
That was a great movie.
Very
disturbing.
I think they're rebooting that as well.
Yeah, but I think they're trying to reboot that with Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice again. See, now that I'm kind of half for. If you want to kind of bring back the franchise, or sure. I'm okay to see what people are up to. And if you come back and you're self-aware of it, that's a reboot, and you kind of make light of that, I can handle that. But when you get too far from the source material, or you try too hard to go the other way, it's not so good.
I saw that they were rebooting Ghostbusters with what's left of the original cast.
Yeah, but they were rebooting Ghostbusters before the reboot.
Yeah.
The first time they rebooted.
They're rebooting Pet Sematary.
I like that.
And they're spelling it with an S. And instead of the boy Gage being dead, it's a girl.
I saw the trailer, and that looks really good.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and yeah, dude. Hell yeah. That, if you look at the trailer, what do you mean?
They're just using the same damn story. They're even using some of the same kills. Cutting of the Achilles tendon. Yeah, it was an awesome scene. The first time.
Well, how many Spider-Man movies have you seen?
Too many.
No. Yeah, but that's different. To me, that's different. When you do the Spider-Man, you can reboot that 900 times. Spider-Man was made to be rebooted.
I disagree as far as Spider-Man. It's like, I'm sickened. I don't even know who the actor is. It's just like there's always a different Spider-Man. I just no.
See, Spider-Man is one of the ones that I'm okay with, just rattling as many ultimate upside down underwater Spider-Man. I don't care, whatever you want.
Spider-Verse.
Right.
Spider Jug.
I watched. See, that's uncalled for.
Go sit in the corner, Rory.
I saw that Black Panther one. I couldn't freaking sit through that thing.
You didn't like the Black Panther movie?
It was stupid. It was boring. I went.
How about Ant-Man?
I saw that. It was stupid.
I thought Black Panther was good.
I thought
the
Ant-Man
Avengers was okay.
I think you like to not like stuff.
No. I like to like the stuff that I like, and I like not to like the stuff that I don't like.
Right, yeah, you like to not like stuff. Especially when it's new.
No.
Yes.
Old man Eloy.
No. It's just that So you guys loved every Spider-Man that's come out, even though it's the same stupid story again and again and again and again.
I liked the first series with Tobey Maguire, and then when the second came out with Garfield guy, the Garfield kid, I liked his better than Tobey Maguire's. And then when this newer version with the even younger kid came out, I liked his version better than the other two.
Yeah, the young British kid is by far and away the best.
But I haven't seen the Spider-Verse movie, so.
Yeah, because Tobey Maguire was 32 when he was trying to play Pete Parker.
Mm-hmm.
So that didn't make much sense. I did like the Tobey Maguire movies because they were a little bit campier. I thought the New York they took place in was a little bit Gotham, if that makes sense. A little bit over the top of itself. But yeah, I like the young kid, the new guy.
I liked
the
X-Men movies. I enjoyed those. Because progressively there was something different going on within the thing. I liked those. I liked. I hate the Superman ones. I hate the Spider-Man ones.
Which Superman ones? All of Superman?
All of them, except the original ones from the 1980s.
Okay.
I stand tall for the Hackman.
Gene Hackman, yeah.
Yeah, Luther. By far and away one of the best villains in any superhero movie.
The only Batman movie that I thought was pretty cool, I liked when they came out. I liked what's this guy's name? Michael Keaton ones. I enjoyed it because what are you gonna do? You're watching them at the time and stuff. And I liked the one with that guy that played American Psycho or whatever.
Bateman.
But that's it. After that,
Jason Bateman.
what are you laughing about? Huh?
Wasn't Bateman his character's name in American Psycho? Yeah.
Was it?
You used red font. You're not supposed to use red font.
Yeah.
It looks so damn good.
That's a great scene.
Christian Bale's the guy that you were thinking of.
Yeah.
Bateman? Bateman Batman?
Bateman Batman.
What? My mind's blown right now.
Oh my god. Batman with OCD.
Could you imagine him looking at the Joker card and that overdub from that, talking about the business card in the background, or talking about how many push-ups he can do? I can do over 1,000 now. I can do over 1,000 now with the Cookie Monster voice overdub of American Psycho. Why has that never been done before?
Oh
Somebody
my
can
god.
bail on the phone.
We got table on the money here.
Face wash mask.
Table.
Yeah, could you imagine that? That's just like I said, the crazy overdub, or when he's talking about this is by far and away Phil Collins' greatest work. Studio playing in the background.
Yeah, that voice also freaking kills it.
So that's what that feels like.
Yeah.
Eli, when you bring your beard back, you should go full Wolverine.
Don't just look at it. Eat it.
I don't remember that part.
Oh my god.
What does Alfred say? As big as a tangerine.
I don't remember that part.
When he's talking to him in the beginning, the Michael Caine one, they're talking about when he was in the service, and there was a ruby as big as a tangerine.
Oh.
I feel like having Dunkin' Donuts.
Still?
Yeah, big time.
See, I could never get donuts without coffee.
Maybe iced coffee.
Yeah, you'd be up until tomorrow. Make another cardboard fairy house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it came out pretty cool.
Yeah, the guy that just won the Instructable contest made one of those for the cardboard challenge, grand prize.
You're shitting me.
Nope.
So I could have introduced this thing into it?
You probably saw his picture, and that's where you got the inspiration.
No, I didn't see his picture. I'm not an instructable.
I'm sure it was posted to other social medias.
Oh, instructables. Oh, instructables. Oh, instructables.
If I may. What happened to the straightness and the narrowness?
What do you mean?
I'm calling you out.
Yeah.
You've lost that love and feeling.
No, not really. Here's the thing.
Oh no.
Hey, Zeus, Eloy, we were looking forward to.
Well, no, here's the thing. It's an organic process, and you have reminded me, and I shall return into the peace. Thank you very much. We're human, and we can walk and stumble, and yet return to the path. So thank you for reminding me. I have nothing but love to offer.
Spiritual leader.
That's right. That's right. Plus, something happens when I eat chowder. It makes me angry.
Yeah, you get the distended belly.
Yeah, could be eating enough milk fat for like the next 2 months in one sitting.
Oh, that's true.
Probably part of it. By the way, I'm speaking from the same spot. Not that long ago, it was a Thursday, and my wife wasn't home, and the boys were at my parents', so I was kind of left to my own devices. So I went to the grocery store just like that, and they had the chowder, and I got in trouble for putting chowder in a non-soup container.
What'd you put it in? A large salad clamshell?
Yeah. No, it wasn't a salad clamshell. It was, what the hell was it for?
A loaf of French bread?
Nope, it was a 24-ounce coffee.
What?
That works.
The big coffee. Yep.
I have seen no issue with that.
That would have passed here.
Yeah, because they
Yeah.
only had the small soup containers, and I said, "Well, this is some BS." So then,
Yeah.
flew here. I don't care. It's like clearly this jug is marked 24 ounces. Surely there's a button you can hit to ring me up.
So how many of you have had chowder since our last conversation of chowder? Honestly. How many of you have been tempted or thought, or the idea and thought of chowder popped into your heads sporadically, randomly?
This is one of those I'm not part of the target market because this is one of those things that you and I are completely eye to eye on. When you started talking chowder, I was like, I too am a chowder enthusiast.
There's something special about that combination of that meal. There truly is.
Yeah, it must be nice for you living by the water. You probably get good chowder.
Well, it's funny, but I don't know where they get it from. But
Probably from Pennsylvania.
Probably. We do have like crab and lobster and all that stuff on the beach, and just go to town on that stuff. Seafood galore, shrimp. I mean, you could stuff your belly over here on the beach, big time, and even not on the beach, but going to the beach alongside the ocean and the bay and doing that. That's quite the fun time with a couple of drinks,
Yeah, no, I'm down. I'm all about a food tour. That's how I vacation. What do they eat over here? Okay, what do they eat here now? Now that I'm here, what do they eat?
Yeah, I mean, why not? Unless it's something completely gross like tripe or something like that.
I have a little. I've eaten the honeycomb tripe before.
No, I don't like the texture. I don't like the wavy.
It's a texture thing.
Ooh,
and the chewy.
Bringing back bad memories for Doc.
I had a peanut spot welded to the back of my tongue.
Well, so over here? There's traditional meals. We've talked about it before, but even though we're in this very subtropical climate, soups and stews are king because it's something that the Spanish brought with them, and it's completely incorporated. And so we're talking about garbanzo beans, which are chickpea soup with chunks of chorizo, potatoes, and I guess that flavorful ham.
So it's a chickpea, but they call it a bean?
Garbanzo beans, a chickpea, same thing.
Yeah.
It's false advertising, if you ask me.
It's like super big. But when they're heated up under pressure to make that thick soup / stew, they soften up, and they're just it's delicious, dude. They have white bean soup, and these are all like with Spanish. I guess what they add that makes it Spanish is those chorizos, those specific chorizos. I guess the combination. But we have a lot of soups and stews, even though our climate is freaking hot. We still have a lot of that.
I love me some chorizo.
Oh yeah, dude. And then there's our pastries are a little bit different probably than the pastries you'd find up in the eastern seaboard towards your part of town, or who knows, maybe it's the same thing. Is it?
What's that?
So we have guava.
No.
You guys have got none of that.
No, we buy all our fruit from you.
Coconut pastries as well.
I don't think there's any Pennsylvania coconut trees.
Oh my goodness, dude. It's really good. Imagine a pastry, but there's something they baste the top and bottom, and then it's baked, and it's like a hard shell of kind of like sugary bread that's hard baked, and then as you break into the layers of bread, they're like slices of goodness, and then you bite into that frickin' coconut. Oh my goodness.
Rory, you live in green chili land? Is that green chili part of Colorado you live in?
My parents, I was born in Albuquerque. My parents grew up in New Mexico, so green chili is in their blood. So I was raised off of that stuff. There's a street called Federal. There's a time of year you go there where they're roasting it, and that's when you load up. But I can't say I'm in that kind of area, but it's in my background.
Nice.
But green chili, it's like the actual green, like is that what you're talking about? Like you have the hot sauces, and then you have the other type of sauce that they have. The Mexicans do two types of sauces. Are we talking the verde? Are we talking about the same thing? I don't know.
What?
Mexican sauce replaces the milk jug. That's official.
No, but seriously, is it the green pepper? Is what you're talking about? What are you talking about? Green chili?
Green chili pepper.
Okay,
Like a jalapeno,
but times 10.
Yeah, the hatch green chili
times 10.
Once you go green, you don't go mean. I don't know.
They're good.
Oh man, fried, baked, stuffed, chopped up. Mm.
Do you pull the seeds?
You should. People like my dad don't. You're sitting there going.
Holy smokes!
You leave a little pith on there. That's okay, but I'm not really into eating the seeds.
Damn. See, we don't do that as far as like here. Well, I mean, it's not that it's not here because there's many different types of. But as far as like Cuban, they don't do the hot stuff. That's not included in the dishes. But we have all sorts of. We have Mexican, we have Venezuelan, we have Colombian, we have. So this is like just a huge freaking melting pot, literally, of different cuisine. But growing up, I didn't do the hot sauce in this. I can have hot sauce like the Tabasco and stuff, but in our house, so if there was too much pepper, my dad would think it's like unedible. We don't do the hot. As far as
did you just say you could have the hot stuff like Tabasco?
Mm-hmm.
It's like saying, "Oh yeah, man, I can drink the hard stuff," like Zima.
For us, it's not a thing because it's not something that unfolded historically. But I can appreciate it. When I went to California and lived out there, I enjoyed them. Dude, that was some of the best freaking Mexican food ever. But yeah, we're not used to the hot.
Because it's close to Mexico.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I wonder what you're going to... See, I wonder what you're going to be eating over freaking there. Because they have different, maybe falafels and stuff. And pita bread. Or is that's Greek? What are you going to eat? What are you going to... Have you even looked into that? What if you're allergic?
It's going to be like a bunch of Nutella.
I don't know, but falafel would be wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
You know how you went donut? No, I went a falafel.
Yeah, what are you going to eat there? Have you even researched your food itinerary?
Nope.
Dude, you're insane, dude. I think, you know what? You need to focus a little bit on the den that you're going to slip into of danger. I'm telling you right now, you don't even know the meals. What if they freaking roast a freaking camel and that's your meal one night?
I'm fine with it. As long as they're not cutting open a snake and serving eyeball soup like Temple of Doom, I'm good.
Eyeballs.
You're dying for that, aren't you?
Chilled monkey brains.
Yeah.
I
don't know, man.
I'll send you pictures of the food.
By the way, Temple of Doom didn't go over as well as Raiders did amongst the young audience.
Really? Yeah, I could guess I could see that.
Because I told you I started with Raiders.
I mean, because there's gross food and there's, child abuse.
It was too slow, too. It was a little too plotty, a little too much with the blonde.
Really?
It wasn't. No time for love, Dr. Jones. Come here hot, Indy.
Okay, here you go. What type of food do they eat in Egypt? Egyptian cuisine is characterized by dishes such as full metames, mashed fava beans. So you have a truckload of fava beans. Kushari, who knows what kind of animal that is? A mixture of lentils, rice, pasta. That's good, and other ingredients.
Not gonna be meat.
They got a fermented mullet fish.
Mm.
That sounds great.
Dude, you got okra. Do you like okra?
I'll learn to like it.
You sure as hell will.
Just don't look at it. Eat it.
No, okra's good.
I guess the actual line is don't just stare at it, eat it.
You want that to be the title, don't you? Don't you? A little nomad.com. I'm leaving this place. It looks evil. Food in Egypt. Egyptian food, Egyptian cuisine, traditional, popular. 10 foods in Egypt. Al-Rahala.
A lot of nuts.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, a lot of nuts.
Hey. Dude, it looks pretty good. I'm looking at it right now.
That looks like nuts on chowder.
Dude.
I'll let you know.
Almond chowder.
It translates to rice with milk.
Dude, you get the whole fish.
Rice pudding.
Oh, yeah.
It's Egypt's version of rice pudding.
Yeah, look at that. Camel tail meat.
Whatever. I'll eat it.
Yeah.
How long are you gonna be gone for?
2 weeks.
Oh, it'll be a good diet. You'll eat a good, healthy diet of.
Dude, he's gonna crap himself.
No, are you kidding me? He'll be fine. There was nothing in any of that stuff to go bad.
No, dude, when you switch, even the water. I mean, dude, it's a different.
I know. When I first came to Boston from Iowa and was living in the dorms, I was on a steady daily intake of Imodium AD.
Did you shit out some of those Star Wars figurines from when you were a kid?
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
It's all that bacteria in the water and the change and yeah.
So we had the cafeteria meal plan, and you would eat in the cafeteria, you would barely make it up to your dorm room and just expel your bowels. So you'd have to make sure you didn't have a class right after you ate, or you were screwed.
How long did it take for your body to adjust?
Months.
And slowly the diarrhea stopped?
With daily intakes of Imodium AD. It was brutal.
So you needed to use Imodium AD to halt the continual leakage?
Dude, I was puking from my ass. It was foul.
But it was continuous?
Dude, it was bad. It was like a bilge pump. It sucked.
Oh, dude, but now you're okay.
Yeah, yep.
I'm so... Oh, fuck.
And it wasn't just me. It was me, myself, and my roommate, and all the freshman class. And then every new semester, you would just see. You knew who the newbies were because they were rushing to their rooms.
How many bathrooms in your dorm? In your dorm room?
Oh, every room had one bathroom.
And how many people did you say?
Two people in a room, usually.
Oh, I love it.
You better choose wisely.
And you better be the first one. See, I love that kind of stuff. I don't know why. I'm sorry. It just, that's entertainment for me. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. All right, let's talk more respectable things. Oh, man. I was going to say something. I was going to say, oh, F, but I held myself.
Yeah, that cafeteria food was no good for you, man.
No, it was bad.
Oh, everything was cooked in soy oil, something else. And I remember I wouldn't get sick when I would go to school. I would get sick every time I would come home. It was like the minute I ate my mom's cooking again, all the bad stuff freaked out. I was like, no, nutrition.
And you got to be careful with soy products because they will make you like fart or what happened to Bales. If you start going into a soy process, it could spell disaster. I'm telling you.
All right, so this made me think of a quick story.
Man,
The year I spent away at college, every month in the cafeteria, they would have some ridiculous reason to have like a little party of some sort, like a special event in the cafeteria. I'm sure that happens all over, just a fancier meal. So this one is for New Year's Eve, and it's before everyone leaves. So it's like December 2nd, and we're celebrating New Year's Eve, but it's Y2K New Year's Eve as well. So we're not supposed to go there for dinner until like 8 o'clock, I think, was like a later dinner. And we went and we left right from when we had classes, and we started drinking and hanging out and whatnot. And by the time I got there, I was pretty inebriated. And I remember like getting up in line and having my tray in front of me. And the first thing I saw was macaroni and cheese. And I was like, oh, and it was like the real nice looking kind with the cheese baked on the top and whatnot. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to take me a big old scoop of that. So I went in there and I took me a big old scoop of that macaroni and cheese and I flopped it down. And that's when I realized that I didn't have a plate on my tray. So I just had a big scoop of macaroni and cheese in the middle of a tray. And then I just went and sat down and ate it off the tray like a loser.
oh no, dude.
I just remember being like so happy. Oh man, this is the best looking mac and cheese ever. Yes. Oh, no plate.
That sucks, dude. But well, you ate the mac and cheese.
I did. At that point in my college life, I would have eaten it off the floor probably. Like, well, I'll just eat around the parts that touch the floor. It's really not that bad.
Oh, dude, let me tell you this. I don't know if you guys have Olive Gardens near you.
You're talking about eating off the floor, and then you're talking about Olive Garden.
No, but do you guys have Olive Gardens?
Yep.
Okay, dude, it's been a while, but there's a soup that the Olive Garden, it kind of has this it's a little bit of a spicy spice taste to it. It is the best soup in the world, next to chowder. Have you tried that soup? I forget which one, but they have like two soups, and that one is bad to the bone.
Did they do the spicy lentil soup?
Is it the spicy lentil? I don't remember if it is, but it's got a taste to it. Oh, dude.
I don't care for the Olive Garden.
Is it tangy?
Yeah.
So the cook probably peed in it.
Oh, dude. See? Well, it tastes the same every time, so he's doing a good job.
Same cook.
Consistent pee.
He must be in shape.
What?
You don't like the Olive Garden because what? Because it's a generic and you're trying to pass off?
No. I don't like the Olive Garden because it gives me agita. Heartburn.
Oh, what did you say, Arjura?
Agita. It's heartburn.
In what language?
I think it might be like it's one of those words that might be Jewish, might be Italian. I've heard both ethnicities say it.
So it gives you Arjura.
Agita.
Agita.
That's how I've heard it. Agita.
Agita.
Acid reflux.
Yeah. Plus, like I don't recall. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh man, I really want to go out and eat Italian tonight.
Like I really want 3 breadsticks and soup, and salad,
Man, that I could see if you were going for like
endless pasta.
If you were going for salad and breadsticks, that's one negating two. It's like I like to eat salad, but I'd like to chase it with like a big bowl of carbohydrates.
Oh, Doc.
What?
I have got to link you this bad to the bone frickin' video. You like cooking?
I do.
There's this Jewish guy.
Okay.
And his channel is all about cooking. But as he cooks in his backyard, which looks like a nice paradise little, nook, he's got the badass grill and...
Is this the Babish guy?
Who?
Babish?
I don't know who that is, dude. What do you mean, Babish?
Babish.
Is that a name to a guy, or is that like some sort of like...
What's his name?
You're the one watching the YouTube channel. I thought you'd know.
No, I saw one video. Okay, I'm not into like cooking channels, but I ran across this guy, and what grabbed me about it is that, well, he was making a Cuban sandwich, right? And he's a Jewish guy, right? So that's a great combination right there, because they're not supposed to necessarily eat the pork, but he explains, he talks to you about those little sort of things while he's cooking. Dude,
It's not binging with Babish.
I don't know, dude. Does he have black hair and
No,
he looks
he's bald.
Jewish?
He looks like Doc.
No, he doesn't look like Doc.
Okay.
Or maybe he looks like Doc. I forget. I just can only picture the Doc. Are you Jewish?
Good looking fella. No.
All I can think of is the sandwich, not the fact. But anyways, the guy is freaking like really good. Like he's descriptive where it makes your mouth water, and he's talking and he's saying, all right, guys, I know we're not in Miami. I know we're going to get a lot of naysayers, but guess what? We're having fun here. So we're going to do something good. Dude, he does pork. He freaking grills pork with the temperature and everything, and he bastes it and he mixes and he makes a cube. And then, so he says, this is not the pork that you would normally, but this is what we got. And then he says, this is not the mustard that they would normally do, but this is what we got. And then he says, this is not the bread that a Cuban sandwich normally comes in, but this is what we got. He makes the most succulent chunks of meat, rips them to pieces and tears. And he just makes this huge Cuban sandwich with a lot of ingredients that are not of here. And dude, it looks freaking delicious. You have to see this video, dude. It is a bad to the. He made his own version of a Cuban sandwich. Let me see if I can find him.
Does he talk about Flavortown and flip flops?
Oh,
I'll tell you what. You ever watch Action?
let me find him.
Action Bronson's cooking show?
Yeah, he swears all the time.
It's great though, isn't it? I would like. Yes, it is. I would like to do a cooking show like that. Or if you ever seen the ones on Vice where they swear and stuff, and they're like just honest about it.
So you want to be Epic Mealtime?
No, not Epic Mealtime. Did you ever see the ones that Matty Matheson does on his own?
No.
It's like a big guy, Canadian. He swears a little too much to it, over the top, but the way that they cook,
Inside chat.
the way that they speak about cooking, I enjoy the format.
Just look at that first image of him frying that thing up. See if
Sam the cooking guy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Look,
he almost has 500,000 subs. Damn.
And you see that sandwich though?
The sandwich has 500,000 subs.
The sandwich, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Sandwich porn.
Yeah, that's one thing I'll tell you. Our sandwiches, if you want to, there's so many different ones to pick from. We have sandwiches all over. There's got to be like Cuban joints around your areas, maybe one at least. No?
No.
No?
All that stuff around here gets watered down.
Cuban
sandwich around me is something that someone puts on their menu, like upscaler kind of place. It's like, oh, the Cuban sandwich. All the flavors of Miami and our special blend of roasted pork. Try
it's like Wonder Bread and bologna with a spicy mustard.
Yeah,
that's their Cuban.
Ask your server. It comes served on a conga drum, like what I mean.
Ooh,
some stupid bullshit like that.
Yeah, this guy rocked it though, dude. And he's got other ones. He's got the French dip, dude. The guy, I haven't subscribed to his channel, but now thinking about it, I'm going to subscribe because I was entertained. I just pressed subscribe on that channel. Screw it. Oh, and I'm going to click the bell too. Damn, live on air.
You go.
That's right.
We are in support of Sam the Snowman.
Yeah.
In 4K, no less.
Did you see
Sam shooting 4K?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Damn.
Did you see the juices rolling down that thing?
Yeah, and the sandwich.
Oh, man.
Fails. That is not appropriate.
No.
Rory approves.
I appreciated that. That was good.
It was low hanging fruit. It had to be done.
Talking about low hanging fruit, I haven't heard from Ryan in a while.
That's it. Killing it. That's it. Walking off. Done.
Right.
Scratch.